Original post. Hi, Reddit. I'm about to unload a decade of generational trauma and pettiness into one long post, so grab a drink. I, 20M, am the middle child of 5, directly in the middle. If you ever wondered who the sacrificial lamb was in a toxic family, it was me. I wasn't just the black sheep, I was the radioactive one. Like, don't touch him, he might be cursed. The cast of clowns. Mom, queen of denial. Emotionally manipulative, believes middle children are the devil's wedge. Dad, anger issues with a mustache, emotionally constipated, physically aggressive. Golden boy, older brother 35, could murder a goat and they'd blame me for not stopping him. Queen bee, older sister 33, cheerleader turned chronic MLM addict. Mini me, younger brother 27, future Florida man. And crybaby princess 25, weaponized tears before she could walk. And me? Plague boy. That was my family nickname. Not a joke, not ironic, real-life nickname they used until I was 15. Early years, the punching bag era. From as young as I can remember, I was blamed for everything. Princess tripped, I manifested it with my energy. Golden boy failed a math test, you distracted him with your sad aura. Dad slammed a door, my fault. I existed weirdly that day. At 10, I got grounded for a week after my little sister spilled nail polish and blamed me. I wasn't even in the house. Their logic? You should have been there to stop her. It was constant. I wasn't allowed in the kitchen after 6, wasn't allowed to eat unless someone supervised, wasn't allowed to go on family trips. They told me the hotel had a one child per family policy. Teen years, pay up, plague boy. At 15, I got a job bagging groceries. They were thrilled. Not because they were proud, because they saw a new income stream. My first paycheck? Mom took 80% for rent. Dad took another 20% for raising me. I was left with about $7 and a coupon for toothpaste. They stopped buying me clothes, said I was self-sufficient now. When I needed braces, they said I should have saved better. Despite all that, I kept working, studying, barely sleeping. I graduated high school with a 4.2 GPA and got into multiple top universities, including, wait for it, a full-ride scholarship to an Ivy League. The confrontation. You're not leaving. I brought the acceptance letter home. I was so proud I could have cried. Their reaction? That's a no. You're staying here, working full-time, and going to community college. We need your paycheck more than you need a dorm. You think you're better than this family? If you leave, don't ever come back. I thought they were bluffing. They weren't. I secretly accepted the Ivy offer, packed my stuff in trash bags, and left at 3 a.m. while they were asleep. I left a note that said, "Thanks for nothing." College years. Dirt poor, but finally free. I showed up to campus with $86 in my bank account, 2 trash bags of clothes, no laptop, no support system, a gut full of trauma. I couch surfed for the first month, worked 3 jobs, sold class notes, did freelance editing, anything to survive. Eventually, I got a hand-me-down laptop and started posting on TikTok, just as a joke. Sarcastic videos about my childhood. Read Warzone. People loved it. Somewhere between pain and pettiness, I went viral. Rise of the mistake millionaire. I leaned into it, told stories, built a brand. 3 million followers later, I was getting sponsorships, merch deals, podcast invites. I taught myself investing, crypto, real estate. I networked. I learned the game. By the time I was 27, bought a condo in cash, built a portfolio generating $40K a month, started a company. Still never heard from my family. I thought it was over. I thought I'd escaped. Update. They found me. 2 months ago, I get a DM on my business email. "Hi, honey. I saw your video. I'm so proud. Let's talk." Mom. Then Queen Bee. "Oh my God, I saw your TikTok. So cute how you made something out of that weird childhood. LMAO. Also, I need $15K for my car." Then Golden Boy. "Yo, bro, let's squash the past. I need a quick $5,000 for legal stuff. You owe me anyway." One by one, the roaches emerged. They weren't proud, they were broke. It disgusted me. No apologies, no regrets, just shameless gluttony. Just like the leeches they are. I'm ignoring them for now, but will update if anything else crazy happens, as I'm sure it will. Update 2. The Entitlement Olympics. They tried everything. Guilt. Family is forever. Gaslighting. We didn't treat you that bad. Grifting. You owe us. We raised you. I blocked them all. So they took it public. Facebook rants, TikToks of their own. Claimed I'd abandoned my roots. Said I was stealing their stories. The rage boiled inside me. They were actively trying to ruin my career and reputation because they disowned me. It's honestly impressive how deluded they are. So I posted a response on my page tagging all of them. I went over the years of abuse and belittlement, the golden child treatment, and the fact they only care now because I'm famous. Some of our extended family who know the situation supported my statements in the comments. They were literally bullied off the internet, their reputation, the one thing they desperately wanted to hold on to. Hopefully this all just dies down and we can all go back to silently loathing each other. Update 2. The trial, aka the best free therapy I've ever had. So they tried to sue me. No, seriously. After I blocked them all, they went full villain arc. One day I was Plague Boy, the next day I was apparently the family bank with a TikTok account. Their lawsuit claimed emotional distress caused by my content, aka telling the truth, misuse of family identity for financial gain, I didn't even use their names, and this gem, failure to fulfill moral and financial obligations as a family member. Yes, they tried to sue me for not giving them money. Dead emoji. When I got the court notice, I genuinely thought it was a prank. I laughed out loud, like a full wheeze. And then I stared at the envelope for a long time. My hands were shaking, not from fear, from anger. For a second, I almost thought maybe I should just settle to get them off my back. Then I remembered the voicemail I still have from my mom. You'll never beat anything but a leech. No one will ever love you. You'll die alone and broke. And I said, oh, we're doing this. This wasn't just about money. It was everything I'd swallowed for 18 years, all the gaslighting, all the yelling, all the times I was told I ruined their lives by being born. This wasn't revenge. This was closure with legal fees. So I lawyered up with someone who loved defamation and civil abuse cases. I showed him my folder titled Family BS, screenshots, voicemails, bank statements, old social worker notes, and even videos from my old phone. He looked at me, leaned back in his chair and said, "They're about to regret being loud." Walking into that courtroom was surreal. It was like watching the worst episode of Dr. Phil come to life, except I had the receipts. My family showed up dressed like saints. White clothes, cross necklaces, all with that look like they were the victims. My mom cried on command. I swear I saw her pinch her leg to make herself tear up. Queen Bee wore a neck brace. I don't think she was injured. I guess that's how you dress when your soul is bruised. Mini-Me Bro wore sunglasses indoors like he was a celebrity, not someone banned from 3 bars. I brought everything. Screenshots of them demanding money, saying I owed them back pay for raising me, text threads where they admitted they didn't believe I'd succeed, videos of my dad slamming doors and screaming threats, old teachers' letters describing the neglect and emotional abuse, audio recordings of them disowning me and laughing about it. The judge listened to the tapes and literally stopped the playback at one point to ask, "Is this the mother speaking?" My mom tried to claim it was edited. Then my lawyer showed the uncut raw file. Silence. Their lawyer, bless his desperate little heart, tried to argue that I was leveraging shared trauma for fame. The judge asked if any names were used in the videos. No, I said. I've never once said their names. I changed ages, details, and the cities. He nodded. Then your family wasn't defamed. They were exposed. Chef's kiss. Then came Crybaby Princess's big moment. She tried to play innocent over the forged loan. Too bad we had. The bank documents, her IP address from the online form, and my literal signature from 2011 drawn in Crayola marker. She cried. I smiled. Final ruling. Case dismissed with prejudice. My countersuit approved. Restraining orders filed. Crybaby Princess arrested for identity fraud. Family fined for court costs and defamation. Gag order approved. They legally can't say my name on or offline. I walked out of that courtroom lighter than I'd ever felt, like I finally dropped a piano I didn't know I'd been dragging my whole life.
I celebrated by eating the most expensive sushi in town. Alone. Peacefully. No one screamed at me for chewing wrong. I didn't just win. I reclaimed myself. I wasn't the burden. I wasn't the leech. I wasn't the plague boy. I was the one who got out. The one who survived. The one who built a life worth defending. And now, they can't touch me. Not legally. Not emotionally. Not ever again.